Sheryl Swoopes, her clarification is every bit as dumb and problematic as her original criticism of Caitlin Clark. Swoopes is 52. She thinks and talks and acts like an 18-year-old college freshman.
Players, which hasn't exactly won over any fans. Swoopes even questioned the validity of Clark's NCAA scoring records, pointing out that Clark had an extra year of eligibility due to COVID-19. The irony fans quickly reminded everyone that Swoopes herself averaged more shots per game during her college days. The tone of Swoopes' remarks touched a chord with many. For some, it felt like an experienced player passing the torch to a budding star. For others, it brought attention to the obstacles that new players encounter when they enter the spotlight, even when they are setting records and changing the game. This goes beyond statistics and commentary to discuss what Caitlin Clark represents, a new era of women's basketball, and how some fans aren't quite ready to embrace it after hearing about Swoopes' remarks. Social media completely took off. Instagram stories and Twitter threads debates on Reddit and TikTok were circulating more quickly than a buzzer beater, and it seemed like everyone on the internet had something to say due to the overwhelming unanimity. Swoopes' remarks came across as jealousy disguised as Clark's detractors rallied behind him with the fervor that converts casual admirers into diehards. Protectors, not only did fans voice their opinions, but other WNBA legends and experts also joined in, wondering why an icon like Swoopes would feel the need to minimize the amazing achievements of a rookie who is already making history. Another Hall of Famer and well-known voice in the basketball world, Nancy Lieberman, gently but firmly reminded everyone that broadcasters have a need to maintain objectivity and support the league's rising stars. The shade it was true, it was obvious that Lieberman's remarks were about more than just one remark. They were about setting the tone for the league's future. If you thought this couldn't get any more dramatic, they were also a call for unity and a reminder that the WNBA thrives when its veterans and rookies work together to grow the game. Enter Rachel Data, a former Division I player who is now a commentator, burst into the discussion with frank remarks that had everyone talking. She boldly called out the double standards that still plague women's sports today, pointing out that while male athletes are constantly praised for their accomplishments, women like Caitlin Clark are constantly questioned and scrutinized, even when they are setting records and changing the game. Data didn't stop there. She asked why some veterans like Swoopes seem to see rising talent as a threat rather than a chance to elevate the sport and carry on the tradition. It was a moment that left no room for interpretation. Furthermore, rather than snubbing the spotlight for her, Dat's remarks urged the basketball community to embrace fresh talent. Clark's quick ascent isn't only about her own fame, it's also about motivating the upcoming generation of players and admirers. Her fervent defense of Clark ignited an internet firestorm of support, with many admirers applauding her bravery for speaking up when others had been too afraid to do so. Data's remarks served as more than just analysis. They were a call to action for unity's advancement and a celebration of the game's evolution. Instead of allowing this situation to get out of hand, the WNBA intervened with a daring and decisive decision that astounded both fans and insiders. The WNBA values its future and will not tolerate negativity or actions that could undermine its rising stars, even if the source is one of its most iconic figures. However, this decision wasn't just about Swoopes or even Caitlin Clark. It was also about protecting the league's image and reaffirming its commitment to progress. The league made the historic decision to remove Sheryl Swoopes from her commentary role, choosing instead to bring in respected voices like Nancy Lieberman and Ron Thulin to cover the upcoming game. Not simply another rookie, Caitlin Clark is a player who embodies the next wave of WNBA excellence. She has the ability to captivate audiences, win over new fans, and advance the sport. By adopting this stance, the league sent a strong message to supporters that it completely supports athletes like Clark who represent its ideal for the future. This move was nothing short of a game-changer. It showed that the WNBA is serious about growth, inclusive, and creating an environment where talent is celebrated, not suppressed. It's a statement of positivity and progress that resonated deeply, proving that the league isn't afraid to make tough calls to ensure its bright future let's not ignore the bigger picture here, because this isn't just about Caitlin Clark or Sheryl Swoopes, it's about the WNBA undergoing a seismic shift. Right now, the league is in the midst of a generational evolution. Players like Clark are injecting fresh energy, drawing new fans and bringing a buzz that hasn't been felt in years, but not everyone is thrilled for some veteran players. The rise of new stars feels like a challenge to their legacy, sparking a silent but palpable tension within the league. Here's the thing: growth is not only good, it's essential. The WNBA has the incredible opportunity to honor its legends while simultaneously celebrating the stars of tomorrow. This doesn't have to be a competition, it can be a collaboration. The league is demonstrating that it recognizes this balance and is taking action to achieve it by responding to recent scandals. The WNBA is still expanding and securing its position in the professional sports world, so this is an opportunity to demonstrate how legends and rookies can not only coexist but also thrive together, creating something extraordinary that inspires future generations of athletes and fans alike. However, this generational battle is not exclusive to women's basketball. It is a dynamic that plays out in every sport industry and even in daily life. So where do we go from here? To start, Caitlin Clark is demonstrating to the world that she is a rising star who isn't going to let controversy slow her down by slowing down even a tiny bit in game after game. As for Sheryl Swoopes, this situation serves as a stark reminder that even the most iconic figures must change with the times, while her legacy remains untouched as one of the greatest to ever play. The controversy has demonstrated that embracing the next generation and adjusting to change is just as crucial to staying relevant off the court as it was on it for fans. Her unquestionable impact on the court, her stats, and her energy are speaking louder than any debate ever could. This whole story has sparked a wider discussion about how the WNBA can commemorate its trailblazers while providing its rookies with the stage they deserve, and how the league can actually support its players, both past and present. While the WNBA has demonstrated that it is firmly focused on the future by taking bold action and addressing the issues head-on, the league is setting the tone for an environment that uplifts and celebrates its stars no matter where they are in their careers. For rookies like Clark and the next generation of players watching from home, this sends a powerful message. This debate is bigger than any one player or legend. It is about the league as a whole embracing growth and making sure its future remains bright and inclusive. The WNBA is on your side. This drama may have begun with a few remarks, but it has sparked a much larger discussion about respect, progress, and the future of women's basketball. It's not just about Caitlin Clark or Sheryl Swoopes anymore. It's about what the WNBA stands for and how it manages the delicate balance between honoring the past and creating the future. It's a statement that promises progress, inclusivity, and a commitment to creating something extraordinary for generations to come. The league has demonstrated via its actions that it is prepared to welcome change, assist its up-and-coming talent, and advance the sport. Whether your side is cheering for Caitlin Clark, the rookie, or is just watching the incredible drama, unquestionably, the WNBA is changing and every twist and turn is fascinating to witness. The league is demonstrating its commitment to its players, supporters, and long-term vision by taking risky decisions to guarantee that women's basketball will continue to flourish more than ever before, and that's a wrap. We're here for it, everyone, and the WNBA just provided us another episode of You Can't Make This Stuff Up. There's a lot to process when Sheryl swoops in on Caitlin Clark and a league that obviously doesn't hesitate to take risks. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Are you riding with the original Swoopes, or is Caitlin Clark the league's new face that we've all been waiting for? Please share your thoughts in the comments section, and let's continue the conversation before you leave. Also, remember to hit the like button before you leave. It's a small but very helpful click. If you haven't already, please join the crew. We have more amazing content coming up. Thank you for joining me today. Stay safe, stay excited, and I'll see you at the next one.